Well, it's quite narrow, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's an orchard track.
Yeah.
Paper one.
Yeah.
What's the bloody news?
Oh, it's four-wheel drive.
Yep.
Nice.
It was a first-class little tractor. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Gary didn't appreciate how good it was, and he never sussed out anything on it.
Yeah.
And in the orchard that it was first on, had a bit of a swamp in it.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden he stopped using it. And he had said to me, "No, use that at forward, would you?" I said, "Why would it do that?" I said, "Well, I don't have any trouble with it. It goes everywhere and does everything. But so does the little tractor." "Oh, no. It gets stuck in the wet bit." I thought, "Well, I'm not going to bother telling him." He hardly ever hears it.
Yeah.
I never changed. I just put it in four-wheel drive.
Oh, yeah.
Simple as that, you know.
Yeah.
And he used to go in with the mower on the back, and as soon as the swamp started, I lifted the mower and just carried on.
Yeah.
You know, and then came out and there was a couple of little hills, and if it was wet in the morning, I was told not to do it up there because it skids.
Yeah.
Four-wheel drive, it didn't skid, did it?
No.
No.
Got good tyres, too.
Yeah, but they're brand new,
Yeah.
as
they
you can
look it.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the sort of silly thing Gary does.
So this is Gary's, is it?
No, it's not now.
Oh, okay.
No, he said originally, when he came up last year, we're using the full tractor. He said, "That's it's had it."
Yeah.
I said, "Is it?" I kept thinking about it. What the hell's had it about it? He said, "Oh, something came off somewhere and it's not working anymore."
Ah.
And I thought, what's he talking about? Well, I won't say anything. When he's not here, I'll have a look around and find it.
Yeah.
Well, when I was gone, I was floundering around as usual, and I thought, well, what can fall off? Well, see that there?
Oh, the linkage. Yeah.
That's all that is the end of this.
Is that for the PTO or something?
Yes, it is.
Oh, right.
Now, to him, if he can't get a PTO, this is buggered because it's always mowing.
Yeah.
Right? So I thought, oh no, this is what the big problem is. So I waited till he wasn't around one day and I had a look at it and decided that must be it. I couldn't start it. I said to him, "Well, if you're not, what are you going to do with that tractor?" I said, "Oh, I'm just going to ditch it."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, what does ditching mean?" He said, "Well, we can't sell the bloody thing." He said, "I'll just leave it somewhere and forget about it." So now tell me what, I'll take it off the house. You can just keep it in the "Oh, gee, do you want it?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, I'll take it." "Oh, okay, it's yours." So that's how I've got it.
Yeah.
Now, there's a bit of truth in what he said. It doesn't work.
Yep.
It does. That is really hard to get out.
Right.
I don't know whether it's I think it's revving too quick on an idle.
Oh, yeah.
If it was just because we used to use that, but that isn't the right place.
Yep.
Do you realise that? It's this here. That's the lever that should be used.
Oh.
You shouldn't be touching that.
Right.
Right.
Not the clutch or anything, that might be going? Or?
This here is perfect.
Okay.
Yep. It's late, it always has been.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those bloody clutches that's annoying. You think, well, is it ever going to go or isn't it?
Okay.
But it does.
Yeah.
But it goes, the engine's still really good.
Oh, that's cool. They're 3-cylinder, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and got the power of, it's got more power than the old Ford that we had.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the other thing that I found that was quite amazing, it's extremely good on hills.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't think with a look at the width of it, when you walk from behind it or the front, that it's going to sidle.
Oh,
But
yes, it's so narrow, isn't it?
No, it doesn't, no trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, so the weight's all on the bottom, really, isn't it?
Low centre
And
of
being
gravity.
small, it's close to the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I can think of, mate. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But to fix this, I'm not sure what's going to happen. But
Right.
you can mow without it, but it's not a good thing to do.
So is that a clutch, PTO clutch? Or?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and that just lifts up.
And to get it in PTO now, you What do you do?
Well, you have to cheat.
Right.
Now I know if the tractor's warm,
Yeah.
turn it off, put it on, and it will start.
Yeah.
And the PTO will
Oh,
go.
okay.
So
Yep.
you're not totally beaten.
No, you just
Now,
start
look-
it with it on.
Yeah, but don't do it cold because it won't work.
Right.
Yeah. The other thing that's actually happening when I first got it going, I discovered that I can hardly get anything here.
Oh, yeah.
I've had it going 3 or 4 times, only once for any great length of time, and then I'm talking possibly 20 minutes. But it's freeing up.
Oh.
Well, the other thing I can't find the oil, for putting oil into the diff.
Oh, right.
And,
Have to get a workshop manual or something, I suppose, eh?
well, you've got a computer man, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, it's not on it.
Alright.
Look up the tractor, it doesn't tell you where it is.
Ah.
Now, one guy told me, he seemed to think he knew where he was talking about. He said it's definitely on the back.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, the only fault that can possibly be is this one under here. And
Right.
yet it doesn't look to me like the place you would expect to find it or do anything with it.
Right. It might be the funny one where you have to take a plate or something off.
Well, it could be.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, and I've seen one with a bloody sight glass.
Oh, well. That'll be a good,
yeah,
good project.
Look, it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wished I'd had a bit of time and I'd played games like it. It is a really good retract.
Yeah. Well, you got something to do, don't you?
Well, you do. I get bored to tears if I haven't got something. That's what I was doing with this.
Yeah.
But time was against me and everything else. I thought, well, at least know somebody that might want it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that was my main worry.
So, oil and water are okay, or?
In the motor, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't topped up the water this morning, but I was going to.
Does it use a little bit, or?
But I've just replaced these here.
Oh,
This
okay.
one.
Clamps. That's holding water.
Is she still full?
That's alright, yeah.
Oh, well, it's worked
You
perfectly.
fixed it, yeah.
I thought, well, that's why I got this. I went and filled it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, oil looks alright.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Has she had much of a service history here, or? Nothing.
I would say probably since it's been put out the pasture.
Yeah.
There'll be nothing.
Okay.
Gary doesn't service it.
So it needs pretty much everything.
He just doesn't do it. Yeah, so no, you need to. It needs service to
Full service.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, well.
Now, the other thing you'll find, see the top of this one
Yeah.
wobbles.
Oh, yeah.
It also leaks.
Leaks from there.
Yep.
Okay.
No, from under. See,
Oh, I
there's
see.
a cover here.
Yep.
Yeah, but you realise you can actually weld that if you can get
Plastic
out.
wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's
I
interesting.
thought, well, I've used it a long time, and I knew old Gary wouldn't do that.
No.
So I used to make a habit of filling it with out here.
Right, yeah.
Got his gold, up hills, down dales.
Good.
Fuller.
Yeah.
He's
Goes everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, it wouldn't rust, would it? The rust prevention.
well, that one, but fair enough, it's good. But this plastic does rust.
Yeah. All this down here where
Yeah,
it's
it does.
flat.
Yeah. Okay, good one.
Sounds alright, eh?
It's always been a good start. Really, and it's got good power steering.
Yeah. Hydraulics are alright, eh? So I've been given this old Fiat 5566. I don't know how much of that conversation you heard, but they used it on an orchard for something like 40 years. Pretty sure they had it from new. And it was quite a good tractor in its day apparently, but it's having some issues now. The gears are really hard to select and get into gear. Yeah, the PTO clutch is jammed, I think he said. And I've also just taken it for a drive, and I noticed the clutch is slipping quite badly, the main clutch here. So I'm wondering if the clutch is actually worn out, or if it's getting oil in there and making it slip, because you can see there's oil leaking from somewhere there. I think it is coming out of the clutch housing or somewhere down there. So maybe the clutch is just slipping because it's getting oil on the disc or something, which would probably mean a seal gone in the gearbox or up here in the engine, because you've got to let the clutch like almost all the way out before it even kicks in. It takes off okay in the lower gears. As soon as you put it in a high range and take off, it slips and slips and slips and then gradually takes off. But I'll try adjusting that. First of all, there is an adjustment there, and it looks like it does have a bit left on the adjustment. Everything else seems okay. The engine starts and runs fine. It's a 3-cylinder Iveco 2.7 diesel, and I can't see any major problems with the engine, so I think it's definitely worth putting time into if there's nothing major going on with the gearbox. I can't actually see where you check the oil on this. There's no dipstick that I can see, and the fella I got it off, he doesn't even know where to put the oil in, which isn't a good sign, because it means that it probably hasn't even been changed for years. So that would be the clutch housing in there. That'd be dry, wouldn't it, in there? And that's the gearbox, I think. So that kind of looks like possibly the level bung. So there's another one back there as well. What do you guys think? Does anyone know where to actually put the oil in the gearbox and where to check it on these? Because I can't find a lot about them online. I think I'm going to have to get the workshop manual for it. But yeah, to me that kind of looks like some kind of level holes there. They're a strange sort of a air cleaner. It's like cone shaped. You can see the mice have been eating it there. So I'll have to get another one of those. But apart from that, it doesn't look too bad. There's an internal one in there, so hopefully it hasn't sucked in too much crap. Tried to get another one. Oh, there's a cockroach. Don't want him going through the engine. So the mice have been probably chasing the cockroaches. Tried to find another one of these online, and they seem to be quite a hard thing to get in New Zealand. I can get one bought in for $360. I might just have to like either try and get a standard one that fits in there and cut this off and have that just press fit up against it, but the length will have to be just right for that, because I can probably get one for like $30 if I can get a standard air filter, which is the same length. So there's either that option, or yeah, does anyone know where I'd get one of these for less than $360? Because it definitely needs one. I'll put that back on. The fella I got it off, he actually has spent a bit of money on it. He got a new battery and leads, and he's bought some new like radiator hoses. I gave him scrap value for it, even though he wanted to give it to me. Felt a bit bad taking it off his hands for nothing, because like, look at these tyres. They're brand new, man. What would they be worth? 500 each or something, I don't know. But yeah, I couldn't take it off him for nothing. So if I fix it up without too much trouble, I'll flick him through a few more pesos. But it's also got a mower that came with it. I think it's got issues because I did try and start it up before and it really shakes. There doesn't seem to be any blades missing. It looks like they've replaced 2 of the blades, and the 2 blades they've replaced have got way more meat on the end than these ones. Either that or it's hit something and they've sharpened out the damage. That's unbalanced the whole thing, because like there's going to be a lot more weight on this side because these blades have got so much more meat on them. That bearing might be a bit sad as well. So I think this is going to need like reconditioning. We'll start it up and I'll show you what it does. Now, another thing the old fella told me was that this PTO clutch isn't working, it's jammed or something. But I found if you pull it hard enough, it actually does go up. It's just really like seized up. So we'll try that and see if that engages, because the fella told me that because the PTO clutch doesn't work, he was starting it with the PTO engaged and just having it running all the time, but that's not ideal. So we'll see what happens with that PTO clutch. We'll see if that works. Oh yeah, that worked. You see what I mean? It's all sort of shaking all over the place, but I think what that is just those blades need to be balanced. It needs a bit of work, but I think it's definitely got good bones. That lever there wants to go back, so I've got to adjust this rod that way. There's a bit of room to move on that rod, so hopefully this is going to do something. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much at the end of the adjustment there, so I don't think I can get any more out of that. That tells me that the clutch is probably worn out, because that was right near the end of the adjustment. But we'll try that anyway and see what it does. That's the first big problem solved. That was slipping really badly in third before taking off, but it seems fine now. So just a little adjustment and the clutch seems okay, but I think it's probably right on the end of the adjustment now, so if it starts slipping again it's probably going to need replacing. But yeah, that's the clutch sorted. Yeah, it does have oil, that's a good sign. It's pretty filthy though. At least it's not dry though, so it's quite low. Obviously, it's down to probably down to that seal, I would say, because it's been leaking out of there. That's just got a nut holding it on, no split pin on that one. Lucky that didn't fly off. There we go. So that's two of the blades off. You can see the difference in the blades here. I've obviously ground out some damage on that one, and there's quite a bit of weight off there, so that's what's causing the imbalance, I would think, especially with two like this right beside each other. This one here looks alright. There's two about the same as that. That must be getting a bit weak, and if that flies off it could do some damage, so I'll order two more of those. But for now I'll just put them so that they're on opposing sides, and see if that sorts out the imbalance. That blade there is pretty similarly worn out, so if I put that one there, then that should be good. It should be a lot more well balanced, I think. And this good blade can go opposite the other good blade. It should be a lot better balanced then. Hopefully it won't shake itself to bits. Alright, spin that up and see how it feels. Yeah, that's a lot better, a lot more balanced now. Yeah, that's 10 times better. That's not shaking itself apart now. It chewed up that like it was nothing, but obviously those blades are quite blunt, so it's just basically thrashing it to bits. I might take this gearbox out apart and replace that bearing in the bottom there, because I think that's a bit worn out, and also the seal in there could do with replacing, so we'll strip that down and fix it up. It's good to know there's no major problems there that I can see. It's just those blades were unbalanced. So I just have to do a bit more work there, and I think that'll be a good mower. This gearbox here is very hard to get into the higher ranges. Like, you've got to really force it in. So what do you think's going on there? Is it just a matter of a bit of oil in that? And the side to side lever there, or am I going to have to take that cap off there and see what's going on underneath? Because it's almost impossible to get into the higher ranges as it is. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Anyway, we'll leave it there for now, and come back to it when all the parts arrive for it and I can give it a good service. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.